It is one cold day in Nebraska. One day it was like 80 degrees and the next day it was a high 30. Yeah. So yeah, right now, JJ's job is gonna work on the odometer gear because it is stuck at 93,000.
So there's our little kit, there's our gears. Dorman makes these, if you want to get them.
We got all the parts over here that we're working on. We got our nice new shifter, which is what I'm gonna be putting in.
Or is there one screw underneath there? I can't tell. It feels like there should be.
Isn't there a screw over there?
It's fall. Yeah, little bits and pieces of plastic. So what's happened over the years is instead of being careful with taking it apart, they were just ripping on it and broke some of the plastic, like this thing, you know? Some of these screws you can't even reach. Yeah, that's all dirt. You can clean that up for me while we have it apart. Okay. So then, that's free. So this slides right out. And then this comes right off. I need to take this little knob off here. Okay. There's this guy. And then give this a little yeet. If I remember right, they're right underneath this little motor. Now we can go and take it all apart and like pop the needle off and stuff. But it's super risky. I've done it before, taking these needles off, but you risk bending it, you risk breaking the needle and stuff. These are pretty delicate, and from what I remember, I found it was easier to just go in here, trim out this plastic, and then you can get to what you need. Oh, yes. All right, you want to see this? So, we got to take this needle off. The important thing is to know where it is. So pretty much, it's pointing in between here and that bottom line. That's our biggest thing. If we don't get it on exactly right, it's going to be inaccurate, right? So what you do is very gently. Oh, don't mess this up. Please don't mess this up.
You can do it, Nikki!
Let's go back here. Broke it.
We suck again!
Dang it. See? All right. That's what I was afraid was going to happen. All right.
I got skinny hands.
Nice. Can you focus it on that?
Let's see if we can get that. Look at that. That's our little broken gear that we needed to replace. Let's see.
And there's one little sliver of it on the end of the screwdriver. See it? There's one tooth.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to find the other one. There you go. Why do I feel like that's on backwards? That's on backwards, you dummy.
That's nuts.
Right? So we're not really going to give it a yeet, but we're just going to toss it back up in here, right? Right.
I'm gonna replace this thing, the antenna. That's not the antenna. That's the blower motor. Where's the antenna?
No, I have the old one out, so the plug should just be like laying in there.
Ah, right. Yes. Found the plug. It's that thing right there. That one. Now I just need to plug that in and bolt it back in. Over here. Module in.
Yeah.
Or plugged in, I guess.
Yeah.
You want to see if it works?
Yeah. Please be the end of this one.
Oh my gosh.
Please be the end of this one.
That's the farthest that thing's ever gone up
Please.
since we installed it.
Please be the end of this one. Okay, key off. Ready?
Key off.
And
It's gonna click. Let's go. Oh.
it's going in. But that hole's actually big enough. And it will be, yes. Okay. Just gotta go more. Wow. I mean, it's not perfect. It's making the hole kind of crooked, but it's working, you know, so.
Yeah, we used the drill bit for digging in the concrete, and it worked.
Masonry bits do work on aluminum.
Found something. There's frickin' tobacco.
Tobacco?
Tobacco under my seat.
What kind of tobacco? Like...
Smokeless tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
So I found the button. I dropped a button. But also there's frickin' cigarettes under my seat as well, which is... I don't like that.
Okay. So... Except for, oh, it's catching on those guys. Okay, I gotcha. I see what's up here.
God dang, I did it again.
That was like right up in here somewhere, right?
Come on.
Yeah, right there. Okay. So, right.
Wants to see what we do to it.
Yes.
Yep, no, that's annoying, Jeffrey.
You need to make sure the shifter goes down,
Yeah.
so the button doesn't move as
Yeah,
it
exactly.
sits.
Yep, it just needs to go all the way down. That's all. So as it sits right now, that button, you should not, if anything, you should be able to move the button that far. There. That's where you want it. A little bit of wiggle. Now you can tighten that down. This button's loose. Airing it out. Oh my goodness. That is sweet. Yeah?
Goes all the way. And then...
There we go. Now. Okay, everything's looking good there. Right? Let's see. If we can pop this up. Oh yeah, look at that. That's sweet. The ideal, right, is if we could put that button
right here.
what else? Oh, I was gonna say like right here.
Ah, right there would be nice. Yes.
You,
right
you know,
there.
like maybe right in front of the P, if it'll let us do it. I don't know if we can do that.
So right now, after all of that, we're gonna take this red button. We're gonna put it somewhere in here for a replacement overdrive button.
Yep. And it's gonna be splendid.
It's our little mark for the hole where the button is going to be. He's gonna solder some wires. And it's gonna look fabulous.
Yes.
While I finish the hole, he's gonna connect wires.
We've got a little switchy thingy right here, right? Got some little handshakes on there. And yeah. Right?
Right.
What else?
Alright, now we got the button in. So now we gotta make sure it's secured there. Connect the wires and I lost the button. And there's the big red crap. Come on.
Did you break it? It was
No.
brand new. You broke it already?
No, I just
Come
didn't
on,
get it on.
man. Jesus.
I got a button.
Which I failed to bring any along.
So we're just using electrical
Let's
tape.
do a little electrical tape. Nothing wrong with that, right?
that looks like it's gonna make my car go like a million miles an hour. Blue flames are gonna be shooting out the exhaust.
Oh, yes. I love it.
Yeah, freaking double tap it. Now we... Jeez. We're gonna go for a little drive. Just make sure that works.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's an easy fix.
Yeah, thanks to my eagle eyes, I found out that
I'm
the
It looks like the clips.
the radiator.
No, the clips are there. The one clip. Okay, they're both there. Yeah, somebody just didn't put it in right. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, thanks to my eagle eyes, I figured out that this was just hanging on. just by the top here. We got a pretty kick-ass day today. We got a bunch of stuff. We got brake rotors, a bunch of other stuff. We're gonna check the EGR valves.
And we have a cutoff wheel that we may or may not use on the exhaust. If Mom's watching, we're not using it on the exhaust. Can you see? All right, we got this thing. You need to see if you can poke it on that little piece of metal sticking up. Wait, the hose is in the way. Get out of there. You see it? Oh, come on, dude, really?
Oh yeah, I see it. I
So
see it.
this hose goes on that little metal thing usually. I need you to
I see
plug
it down
on.
there. Yeah, that thing. Yep, I see it.
Yes, I need you to plug on this hose from.
Gotta find the right key. Sucks having so many keys. Bag. Dude, I love that.
No, still chattering just a little bit. Nowhere near as bad as it was. Yeah. The engine tries dying. Yep. Okay, that's good. So, all right, from here, go turn off the ignition. That means that the EGR valve is working. It's functioning like it should.
Oh, quiet. Oh. So we found our key on the workbench a week ago when JJ came over, and I realized I was about to say there's no key, but we took off the keys on the rear wheels, so now we got to take the key. But that one we had to force off and put new lug nuts on. So this one we can actually keep the key on there. I like this whole key thing, and the funny thing is the key. It's like what do you call them? Just spokes, I guess. And it's not like, I could just put it on there. No, it has to go on one. Find it.
I'm gonna let it down onto the jack stands.
All right.
Just there we go.
And it goes on one way.
That'll be awesome.
So the key's in, and so I just wait. That's tightening. There we go. I believe I'm doing it right. Usually lug nuts come out easier than first time this front wheel's coming off the car. Oh, come on. Come on, get off there. Ah, there we go.
What was that? The ooh.
I don't like that. I don't like to know that my car is a home for spiders. JJ, while I scrub the tires, what are you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna be doing. I'm trying to get to this EGR. What do they call it? I had to write it down. It's like this little on-off valve thing, and I'm trying to get it out so I can test it.
Ah. That red hose?
We're gonna disconnect these hose. We don't like these hose. All right. What I need you to do, I'm gonna hook up my vacuum pump on the opposite end of this little hose. I just need you to put your finger on it. And that's how we're gonna test it to see if it sucks your finger, then we know the hose is good. I've already tested that, but I'm gonna do the same thing here. So we're just gonna go like this. You got your finger on it?
Yeah.
We're gonna watch our gauge. It should go up and it should stay up.
Yeah, it's stuck in my finger.
It's stuck in your finger?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see if it's, ooh, it's leaking down. Okay, so it's got a leak, but let me see, that might be my connection down here first. So, this isn't technical book stuff, I'm just telling you, like, in words that I can easily explain, right? So anyway, what happens is you have this air, it's used to do all kinds of things. It runs your power brakes, it runs your controls for your heater, so that it can go from the floor to the defrost, stuff like that, right? Vacuum air runs your cruise control, and it also runs your EGR. And so what happens is, if you ever hear people talk about a vacuum leak, it's usually like a hose or a connection, something like that, to where that air, instead of it all being drawn in through the filter of the engine, it's being drawn in through a broken something. A hose, right?
A broken something.
Broken something. And so, man, I wish you could see that. Well, what I did is I hooked up to the solenoid, hooked that up to my pump, and it's the side that goes to the vacuum of the engine, right? We pump on it, and I got nothing, so that is open to the atmosphere. The solenoid is not working, which also means that you have a vacuum leak. And I was wondering, because I thought the engine was running, it almost just, it acted like it had a little bit of a vacuum leak, the way I've noticed it running.
So at the moment, you guys can see it up there. Here, I'll put a little arrow. There's this little bolt that I need to get out. So as soon as I get that thing out, oh, I forgot. I'm blanking on the name. But yeah, whenever I get it out, I'll just pull the car in, and then JJ is gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna fix everything. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can get this with a camera in here. Trying to see if I can twist it. Oh man. Oh my gosh. After like, it seems like forever. Oh, finally got it, dude. My middle finger knuckle is in pain right now.
Okay, so we are back, and this stupid little thing really kicked our butt, but we got it. Thankfully, if Jeffrey has little baby hands, so if you ever need somebody to pull out one of these solenoids, just holler at Jeffrey. He will hook you up. This is the air valve, the EGR
Solenoid.
air valve, solenoid, something. I'm calling it a solenoid, but all it does, it takes power. It's got just two wires, connectors right in there, right? And the computer will put in power here and basically just tell this valve to open. On one side, it's suction from the engine, which I think is this one, suction from the engine. So it's always sucking air here. And then when the computer wants it to, it'll open the valve. So then it's also sucking here, which will open the EGR valve. See what I'm saying? So it's pretty simple setup. But what I noticed, we're gonna check both ends here. So we're gonna put a little pumper on it. So if this is supposed to only work, you know, at certain times, right now I'm pumping on it and it's not, you can hear the air hissing through it. Is it going here? It's not going here. So it's sucking air. It's almost like it has a thing in here that's ruptured or something. It's leaking when it shouldn't be. Now, just for giggles, let's try the other end. Just see what happens. Same. Yeah, so, and that's normal. That's kind of what you would want. That it would be open to the EGR. Hear that? It's like there's a diaphragm or something in here that's ruptured. So we're gonna take this apart and see if we can figure it out. Or we can just go buy another one, right? But I'm sure these are real cheap, right? I mean, it's only 30 years old. You can probably just go buy a new one, no problem, right? Like everybody has these, right?
We're taking this thing apart.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So we got the little thingy out of there. See, that's all corroded and nasty. So that's a sign of what our issue is. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fix it, but we are. Just slide right out, right? Right? Maybe?
It should.
So if anybody cares, so the first step is you pop your little cover off, right? That just snaps off. And then you have to, this little locking thing goes in here. You have to bend these tabs back a little bit and then give it a yeet and this will come out. Then you have the electrical connectors. Those just push in. So you grab those with a little pair of pliers, wiggle them, those will pop out. So now I think the guts will slide right out, maybe. And we got a little disc, whatever that is. A little disc, okay.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. Reassembling now.
Yeah, buddy.
Then we'll test it out, see if it works.
Yeah, buddy.
And while you're putting that back together, I'm gonna jack the car up and take the wheels off. Okay, now we are gonna work on the brakes. I'm gonna work on that one, and then me and JJ are gonna work on that one.
You got this.
Did you look at that?
That was the inside brake pad. There was nothing left, dude. It wasn't metal on metal, because otherwise you would have heard it grinding. But it was just, I think it was just aged, a little bit rust. It was falling apart. That's crazy. Okay, well, there you go. Good call, huh? You made a real good call to do that.
All right, now we got the new brake rotor, and JJ this morning went and picked up some new brake pads because no way in hell are we using these ones again. We're probably the first people to touch the brakes besides the machines that were building this car.
Now it helps. Here's where, again, if you hold the brake disc in perfect, it'll help everything slide together real nice. Yes. And then we just go. Wait, where are you? There you go. Come on now. Stupid ball, didn't you want to go to your home? Hang on a second.
There's that. And there's that. Alright, brakes finally done. JJ, what are you doing over there?
I'm just putting on a wheelie dealie. Mom's watching, we are not using it on the exhaust.
What it looks to me, doesn't it look all cracked apart right in here?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Ah.
We'll start it up to be sure, but when we start it up, I'll check. But I'm pretty sure that's where it's coming out of. So yeah, so what we'll do, we would cut the pipe here, cut it on that end, and then just put a straight piece in.
Ah.
Right?
Do the walk on